In today's video, we're going to cover many things, all the way up from how to lower your ping for absolutely free, and to how to optimize your RAM and even overclock your GPU, all for free. Not only that, we're going to go over multiple settings in order to lower your performance in today's new season. Now, the new season being the Star Wars season, which actually just dropped, I think, May 2nd. Now, if you guys do like this video, make sure you obviously like the video, and let's get right into it. Now, to start things off, we obviously have to talk about the new, well, not really new, but FORTNITE settings in the current game are the exact same as last season. Now, this season is really short, and as I scroll through, just copy all these settings as I explain this short ass season. But anyways, basically this season is extremely short, and all the settings are the same, and they're not going to have big changes, especially when FNCS is going on and everything like that. But there is a few things in here that I always say you must have off, and that is in this tab that I'm in right now, all the way down to energy saving. Make sure these are all the way off, because this can hurt your PC pretty bad. Now, once you have these settings off, basically as we scroll through everything else, everything is the same, and keep in mind that you want your game, your FPS set to 1 above your monitor's refresh rate or exactly your monitor. So if you're on a 240 like I am, mine is set to 240, not 360. If you're on a 200, I recommend capping it at 240. If you're on 180, cap it at 200, 160, 180, and so on. You get what I'm saying. VSync off like always, resolution 1920 by 1080 unless you're on stretch resolution, and full screen. Now, windowed full screen and full screen feels different for everybody, so I recommend go ahead and trying between the two, because yours might even feel better on windowed full screen. There's only one way to find out, and that's trying it. Now, we're actually going to close the game because that is it for FORTNITE settings. Next, we're going to go ahead and talk about a restore point. This is one of the biggest things that you need to do on your PC before you do anything, is actually make a restore point. Now, don't open restore point. When you type in restore like I just did, you want to, not that, restore. Alright, we got to type the whole thing. Create a restore point, right? Makes you type the whole thing, and you basically hit create, and it'll take you through the steps. You name it just like that, create, and it'll make a restore point where it saves everything you have to exactly right now at 11:14 p.m. as of me recording this video. That is where the save is going to be. This is, to help if you mess anything up, you can go right back to where you were. Once you've made the restore point, what you're going to do is go into the description of today's video, go all the way down to where you see my Discord, join the Discord, and in here we have something called YouTube stuff. And if you're wondering, yes, we do have 7,971 members, so there's quite a few people in here that do also use these settings. But we're going to go ahead and talk about one thing in here, and that is going to be this tweak command. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, you've seen this before, so this might not be new to you, but stay tuned because we got a few new settings that we're actually going to go over for the new season. Basically, what you do with this command is you paste it in terminal admin, just like this, click enter, and then it will load. Now, keep in mind, none of this is a download, so you're virus risk free for the most part. Now, everything could always have a virus attached to it, but I will say I've used this 99 billion times, and it does not have a virus, and it even helps because, like I said, there is no download. Once you have it open, you click standard, and then from standard, just follow everything I do. Basically, you want all of this off. Dark theme is 100% up to you. You could have it on, you could have it off. It's whatever you want, but I like mine on because light mode is absolutely just a flashbang. But we're going to turn that back on, and then you are good to go, and then make sure all of these are good. And then that is what I recommend running this. Now, if you want to get a little more advanced, if you scroll down over here, here we go. So we have disable background apps, disable full screen optimizations. Nope. We want to disable Microsoft Copilot. Let's go disable notification tray and calendar. Set display for performance. Remove Microsoft Edge if you want to. Don't recommend. Remove OneDrive. And those are the good advanced settings. Click run tweaks. And I've done this 90 billion times, but this will run in the background just like this. And luckily enough for us, you don't have to sit here and wait for this to finish because it can take some time, especially because it makes a whole restore point before it even does the optimizations. And then it also does a disk cleanup, so this does take a little bit of time. I would say maybe 5 minutes, but you can go ahead and minimize all this. This thing in the background, you can just leave there. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and move on to some Windows settings while this is doing its thing. Also, if you do notice, if you're on Windows 10 and your search bar goes away, like mine did, if you click this Windows key and you still don't see a search bar, as soon as you start typing, you'll be good to go. So don't freak out if you have no search bar, because you can just start typing and your search bar is there. Next, we're going to go ahead and go to the Windows settings of your actual computer, let it load, and once you're in your Windows settings, go to System, we'll start in Display, we'll go all the way down to Graphics. Now in Graphics, you want to find FORTNITE, go to Options, and then make sure this is set to high performance on GPU and click save. up here at the top, change default graphics settings. You want both of these on. Now, hardware acceleration, GPU scheduling is something you never usually want on. You never want hardware accelerated GPU anything, but for this, you actually do, because it reduces latency and improves performance, and you will need to restart your PC for this to take effect. Meaning, you turn it on, it's not going to work. Restart your PC, it works, just like that. Then optimized for Windows games. For my people that play stretch resolution, having this on does help, because you're playing your game in windowed full screen, meaning a windowed game. You can now have an optimization, which also reduces latency. So with these two going together, it does lower your input delay, which is, another word is latency. Latency is just a funny word for input delay and or response time. Now back in your Windows settings, we're actually going to go ahead and go to System again. We're going to type Start Up Apps, and make sure you only have on what you need on. So I don't need none of this open, don't need that, don't X mouse, sure, Steel Series, yes, and my mouse, yes. That is all I need open, because this will help in the long run with Task Manager, which I will have a lot of processes open right now because I, am doing a lot. So 182, right, is a lot of processes. You shouldn't have above 200. What I'm at right now is fine, right? It's okay, right? Plus I'm doing a lot right now. As you can see, I have a lot of things open down here, and everything you close, for example, if I end task on Discord, my process count will go down. Everything you close, the lower amount of processes, which can, not always, but can help your FPS and will help your input delay. Meaning the more stuff you have closed, the better delay you have, especially Steam. If you're a live wallpaper user, having Steam open, you kind of need, but Steam does kind of just crap on your FPS pretty bad, so I recommend just having it off. As you see, just by closing two things, we're at 168, and it's still slowly decreasing. And if you close Epic Games Launcher, we even go down even more to 163, while it's still slowly decreasing. And, everything you close does help, but this helps by, as soon as you launch your PC, nothing crazy opens, except for the stuff is opening. So, boom, perfect, 161. Right, and the lower you get that, the better, but you don't want it to be so low to where, your PC starts blue screening. So don't start disabling things that you don't know what it is. Don't do none of that, because that is not on me if your PC grows legs and walks away. Now, I know you might have seen other YouTube videos where they have a bunch of Windows settings, but this right here pretty much does all the Windows settings, so we're not going to sit in that for too long. But next, we're actually going to talk about how you can even optimize your Wi-Fi for free. Now, meaning for free is it costs no money and there's no download involved, so let's get right into it. Now, before we do anything, as you can see, my background is black, and when I do this, stuff like this is happening, which is normal for when you're doing a bunch of optimizations, especially some advanced one that require a bunch of different things in here. And once you've done any kind of optimizations, you want to do a window reset. So this is nothing to freak out about, because keep in mind, we do have a restore point. So if you're tripping and you're like, oh no, you can go right back to where you were. We're going to go ahead and reset the PC, and we'll get right back to you. Okay, so we are back. As you can see, it's 11:24. Nothing has changed. And to show you, I did do a reset. I know this is boring because I'm showing you stuff, but hold on. Boom, uptime 1 minute. Haven't done anything. So we did the full reset. Wallpaper's back. Everything's good to go. So let's continue with the video. And also, let's go ahead and open up Task Manager again, because I want to show you my process count. 146. We have dropped 40 processes, which sitting around 140 is really good, especially for Windows 11, the more bloated Windows. Now let's talk about how to lower your Wi-Fi real quick. So to start things off, we're actually going to go ahead and talk about something in your settings. Go from settings, go down to internet and network, Ethernet. From Ethernet, go down to this down here, and you have this. Now IPv4 or IPv6, the reason you want IPv4 and not IPv6 is because IPv6 is a lot more bloated, meaning it has a lot more going on with IPv6, therefore can possibly slow down your internet connection, when IPv4 can possibly not slow down your internet connection because it's not as bloated. So we're on IPv4, and now we're going to talk about your DNS server. Now I am on 8888, it was my alternate of 8844. Now to see your DNS server, we're going to test two. And both of these one can work better for you, one can work worse. You want the better of the two. Now we need to launch Discord, and I'll quickly show you why. Now, what this website is, I had opened my Discord to pull out. We're going to test two servers. Now we're going to test 8888, which you click ping to see the speed of it. And once you click ping, it takes a few seconds, and it's going to tell you your MS 4005. Now we're going to test the other one, which is just type 1.1.1.1, click ping, and you want the one that's slower. Now 8888 was 4005, when this one is 4106, meaning this is slower. Therefore we are with 8888. 888, and your alternate would be the same as mine if 888 was faster for you. Now, if your DNS server is 1111, you would want your alternate to be 1.0.0.1. And then your preferred DNS would be 1.1.1.1. So that is what yours would look like if 1.1.1 was faster, right? And then you click save and OK. I'm going to click cancel because I want to send 8888888444. Now that may be a little confusing, but let's talk about another way if that doesn't help you too much. Okay, you want to go to control panel, and from control panel, you want to go to programs. Then we go to network and internet on the left, network and sharing. I think it's this one. Change adapter settings, and then Ethernet, whichever one does not have the X for you. Go in here, and then from here go to. Okay, go in, right click this. Sorry, and then go to properties, and then click configure and advanced. Sorry, I have not done this in a minute, so I almost got lost. All right, here we go. Now from here, just basically copy every setting I have. Now we're going down the list. Now if you don't see any of these settings, that is fine. Just skip it, move on to the next setting that you have similar to mine. Meaning if you don't have jumbo packet, but you do have large send offload v2, just skip jumbo packet and start where I am on one that matches yours, and just keep going down, right? But every setting you do have, which if you're on Windows 11, you should have the same as me. If you're not, it's okay. I know Windows 10 has some different ones, so just copy what I have as I go down. And these are the better internet options. Now keep in mind, we did do a restore point way before we did anything, so if you'd like to go back, you can easily go back if something happens, which nothing should happen because I do use all of these settings myself, and they all work very, very well. But if you do need to pause this at any time because I'm going too fast, then pause it, you're fine. And then go ahead and click OK. Now keep in mind, changing any internet setting in there will completely disconnect you from your Wi-Fi, then reconnect you 2 seconds later. So if you're in a Discord call or in a FORTNITE match, it will disconnect you. So don't do this mid FNCS. Keep that in mind. Now we're going to go ahead and close all this after all those settings have been applied to your computer, and we're going to go ahead and move on to another way you could lower your ping, and that is with Gear Up Booster. Now I did say that we're probably going to have no downloads in this video, but this is something I would like to share to you guys because you can try this for free as well, meaning you can install it, see if it helps you. If it doesn't, uninstall it. Easy as that. No need to buy a membership if it does not work. Keep that in mind. I just told you, if it does not work, do not purchase a membership, okay? Now, I'm saying this because I've had people come to me and be like, hey, I bought a membership and it's not working how you said it would. Now, not everybody, it doesn't work the same for everybody. That's something you gotta understand. Just like XLAG doesn't work for me, Gear Up Booster does, right? Gear Up Booster might not work for you, but XLAG might. There's only one way to try, and that is, well, trying it, of course. Now, that's why I'm saying, use the free trial, man. Use the free trial before you're like, I'm gonna download the app, buy a membership. Frick the free trial, man. Like, no. Because if it doesn't work, then what? You lost your money. You know what I mean? And then in here, click, once you're like in here and stuff, go to home. If you want even longer free trial, go to my wallet. If redeem code, go to laser gaming. Boom, just like that. I've already redeemed it. Also, for those of y'all that don't like to benefit people you watch, because I know there's people like that out there. Yeah, this code doesn't benefit me at all. Okay, the code doesn't benefit me, it only benefits you. So you can use the code if you like to try it for free for even longer. Now, like I said, try it for free. If you don't like it, uninstall it. It's as easy as that. Now, hopefully this does help you because it helps me personally and it's helped many other people. And I'm doing this for y'all, so try it out. Why not? You know what I mean? The link to this app will be in the description. And from me, bro, like everything aside, this does help. It can, and it does help me. So definitely give it a shot. Next, we're going to talk about how you can actually overclock your GPU, and that is through the NVIDIA app. Now, once you have the NVIDIA app installed, you want to obviously make sure you have every single driver up to date, but we'll get to that in a second. Next, you want to go here, go to System, go to Performance, and then from Performance, as you can see, GPU tuning, holy, plus 95 MHz, and then VRAM tuning plus 200 MHz. And updated about 1 month ago, and that is auto tuning is on. This is the safest way to overclock your GPU without having any risk of harm, which is hence the safest way, right? So basically what you do is you go here and you turn this on. It does take roughly 30 minutes, so I recommend doing this at the end of your night. You're about to go take a shower, whatever it is you're about to do, go to the gym, turn this on, make sure you have nothing open in the background but this, nothing but this in the background, nothing. because it will not work. You'll run this and it will do nothing for you. So make sure you have nothing open but NVIDIA. Make sure you have no downloads going, no YouTube videos, nothing. You need to do this when you have free time, like 30 minutes. Go do whatever the heck else you're about to do. Turn this on and you're good to go. This will do its thing and it will overclock your GPU, giving you a little bit better performance. Next, you always want to make sure your drivers are up to date. Now I'm going to do this download off the recording because it's going to cancel my recording and possibly delete the file. I've had that happen and that's not fun. So I'm going to do this off recording, but basically you click download, and then from the download you click express installation after it does this little download portion. And then the installation is what would cut my recording. So we're going to do that off stream, but you want, or off recording, but you want your drivers up to date all the time. You don't want to use a later version. You want to use the current version always. One last thing I want to talk about is actually enabling XMP, and what you need to do that is load into your BIOS, which is a random key, unfortunately, so I can't tell you exactly how to do it. But for me, I restart my PC, I click my function key, which is FN, and then I click FN11, and it boots me into my Windows key, into my BIOS while my PC is restarting, and I can enable something called XMP, which allows your RAM to run at its actual speed, which can help a lot. That is the biggest thing you could do on any computer, is that. Now, don't touch anything else in your BIOS because there's no coming back from messing up your BIOS. So only do XMP and don't mess it up. It's as easy as that. Now, keep in mind, some people don't have an XMP option, and that's mad unfortunate. But if you do, definitely make sure you have it turned on. Now, that is it for the video. I know there's not a crazy amount, but this season didn't offer a lot. It's a really mid-season. Now, if you're also having a shitty season like I am, you know, you can tell by this clip right here, I'm not having the best season. Did he just drive all the way to an invent? Then make sure you like the video, subscribe, share it to a friend that might need to optimize their booty PC, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.